Hello, friends, and welcome to the Vienna International Center at the IAEA. Today, I, Eric Meyer of Generation Atomic, am here with my friend
Richard Hollington from Radiant Energy Group.
And we're going to give you a little bit of a tour through this wonderful art gallery that we put together with the finalists and winners of our 2025 art competition, Nuclear Pop.
So we're presenting pop art around, and you might be wondering, why does pop art matter in the nuclear world? And when we think about nuclear, there's plenty of scientific factors for why nuclear is a great source of energy. But what nuclear might be missing is that more cultural aspect that appeals to different types of art. So we wanted to get some of the best of pop art out there to appeal to popular culture. And we've got our art here, but actually, as you walk around the IAEA, you have a whole load of other art to exhibit on the walls, amazing selections. We're just adding to that.
I kind of came upon a realization a few years ago, really. If you search nuclear energy in like Google Images, it's a lot of negative depictions, right? And we thought, can we get more positive views out there? Accurate views to see nuclear how it really is, rather than some caricature from The Simpsons or Chernobyl HBO series, etc. There's a lot of them in pop culture. So this is our effort to push back on that. So let's take a look at some of these pieces. Yeah, Richard, what here jumps out at you? What are you looking for? Like
The top left to start with, these are the Atoms for Peace stamps that came out after the Atoms for Peace conference in 1955. But here, Atoms for Peace is being reimagined for atoms to peace, to environment, to the water energy, all the different use cases of nuclear energy. And I like it because it's colorful, because it speaks to that history of 70 years ago when there was that great announcement.
Big fan of that one, and that was made not by an American artist. You might think this program coming from the U.S., but by an Austrian artist right here in Vienna. Pre-law, political science, philosophy guy. There's a lot of really nice ones.
This one here really takes my eye. I think going into looking at all the art, I wanted to see, my criteria was I wanted to see things that were colorful, that were humid, and that promoted nuclear as clean. Because around the world, half of the population doesn't see nuclear as a clean source of energy, and it's so crucial to nuclear's modularity. So here we've got this fission nuclear power plant with a atom signal as opposed to radiation art. And we've got this sort of mix with solar panels, with winds.
Yeah.
And this is the
flowers that are the radioactive symbol. And maybe my favorite kind of Easter egg for the nuclear nerd is that this woman's wearing a name tag of HOARA. For those of you that don't know, that stands for as low as reasonably achievable. As a kind of a principle of radiation protection. We got to keep it as low.
When you're wearing bananas on your sunglasses, you're getting some radiation there. Is that as low as reasonably achievable? I don't know.
There's so many pieces, we'll have to skip some good ones.
I mean, again, color here from the Ukrainian submission. And I briefly read the text. I think this one had actually previously been submitted and is on show at some really, if I remember well. And yeah, it really pops out, and it's playful, it's human, just one of these people living their life in this nuclear city.
Yeah, this was one of the first submissions when we opened up the contest, and I was like, oh boy, here we go, we're gonna get lots of good stuff, and I was right, but it we zoom in to the scale of the nucleus here to see, what is in the mind of all those neutrons flying around? Well, let's make energy. I got it. Hey, I'm pretty dense. It's clean energy time. Atoms fission, send off the additional neutrons to continue the chain reaction. There's going to be a pow sound effect in that.
It's very Roy Lichtenstein, and the dots are too. And here we've got more of those dots. Now, I think the dots you see time and time again. People knew it was a pop art competition. They looked up the history and they used it. What I like with this one is the wearables. So this great necklace here of the atom, but even better, I think, are the earrings that bring out, this is how nuclear works.
right here on my ears.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you're more of an engineer than I am. You want to just do a quick walkthrough of what the heck's going on here for a layperson?
We're starting from uranium-235, and then it must
That's
turn
it,
in a
right?
new neutron. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes up to uranium-236. At that level, it breaks, fissions, and you get 3 new neutrons that splits out, and then here we've got, I don't know my periodic table well enough, but we got two,
It's barium and krypton.
there we go.
This one I'll just quickly mention because this is a submission by the previous winner of our 2022 IAEA art contest, Caspian Edgerton, who he's married now, so that's fun, and has a child.
That's children are on his mind.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, I think you and I certainly know what nuclear means for the future.
Nucleus for the next generation, and that's well captured in this photo.
Talk about a gift you can give to future generations. Here's a clean, reliable energy source that's affordable, and you, your kids, and your kids' kids can work at it and make a good wage. That is a gift to the future.
These seem very different to those. Maybe less pop, though I like the sort of collage going on here. I like the sort of space angle here, a bit of classical art and interior. And then here, Mother Atom, very peaceful, serene.
I'm a sucker for the Cherenkov glow myself, so that one resonated with me. Because any time you got particles moving in a faster than the speed of light in a medium, it's in a medium of water. That's pretty exciting.
From Indonesia, Australia, Brazil. This one is about breaking through the kind of nuclear uniqueness that was there before, breaking through to see nuclear and read pasture land since like how obviously it's all coming in nuclear world without any of the next steps.
This one a little more on the abstract side, but I think what we liked about it is showing the electron orbitals, but also kind of as a horizon with a rising sun, showing the connection of nuclear and nature.
Here, Alice's submission from Indonesia speaks to Indonesian art, in my opinion. I've never been there. I don't know my Indonesian art, but those who know the culture well might see mainly what I don't. This one, I think, is more on the nose. It's clear what's going on. It's a magnifying glass is taking a deeper look into nuclear. Is it nuclear war? Is it spent fuel all over? No, it's this clean world with two-eyed fish jumping out of the water and people living their colorful lives.
Just have to take a closer look and get to see the truth. That's great.
I was wondering this one from Diatri. Was this originally how the a poster for the competition came, or did this get made afterwards?
It was afterwards.
Okay.
But yeah, we're lucky to have such a talented artist working within our.
It's nice to get some physical submissions, or just the printed out ones.
I love this particular banner. There's 3 such strong pieces. When we put the call out for this contest, I was really hoping to get some Simpsons iconography, because that has been so key to a lot of people's understanding of nuclear energy. And the reason I think a lot of people are just vaguely against it is because they've sort of been programmed from a young age. I certainly was one of them. The nuclear is a nuanced discussion that is maybe often portrayed in 2-dimensional ways, and this is an attempt to portray it in a 3rd dimension. I think it's smart in that way.
I like this one. I think there's fractals to it in that people think about the atom being very small. Here, the atom is the center of the Earth. It's the core of the Earth. And indeed, in planet Earth, a core, we have nuclear fission going on all the time. And that's where we get much of the heat that moves this tectonic plates. So yeah, we're reimagining planet Earth with nuclear at the very center and nuclear on the periphery, on the outside tower and lanterns.
I adore the details in this. Just the more you look at it, the more that pops out. Right? So we see a chain reaction here. We've got gauges on the reactors. You can scram button, right? Our various hot and cold loops. of the steam cycle. It's a very cool piece.
And it's colorful. That's what I like.
Yeah,
It's when some color comes through.
that's rich coming from you, Richard.
Yeah,
Black and white.
My submission has no color. Different angle that it's going for. But today I want color. Absolutely. So Deep Thoughts by Bert Griddy from the United States. Here it's about Mother Nature. We're thinking about a world where there's clean nuclear and nature can thrive.
I'm a huge fan of her work. She was a winner of another contest we helped organize last year. But just the use of collage and painting together is quite remarkable, and it reminds us that this is, at the end of the day, it is about nature. I mean, humans are part of nature as well. But the less space we use for our energy generation, the more room we have for critters like these and for flora like those. And yeah, it's a great piece. Very, very striking.
For me, the middle one's jumping out. Earlier I said what I'm keen to see in art is color, is human interaction, and a view of like a clean world. And here that nature is thriving. People are having fun. It's a happy photo. That's what I like to see.
And this was a commission word for a Polish electric utility that's working on building nuclear plants now. And so it's a full comic and reads really well, fun, educational. We'll certainly keep posting the link so people can find it and read it. And I don't know, hopefully we can get some print copies going around, maybe send a couple to our nieces and nephew. That's a really good one. We've seen a few entries from Vasily Govitse. I'm sorry if I butchered that. This one I thought was fun too, sort of a vision of the future powered by nuclear. We got Enrico Fermi Avenue and Niels Bohr and Henri Becquerel Avenue.
And it feels very different to the eyes. It's very modern, computer made, and it shines. It shines. Destination nuclear.
Right. Or maybe with an air of art, like an Art Deco sort of. Maybe it reminds me of a positive version of the video game BioShock in a way. And here we have our winner. This is Harry Takada from the Philippines with this short graphic novel that has nice cultural ties to what it's like being a commuter in these communities. They're bringing in that personal story, I think, is what really made it connect with the judges and sort of creating those parallels between different types of transport that have different health impacts on people and the wave of the future where it's cleaner, it's better. Seeing those parallels between different types of transport, different types of energy generation. Good stuff. Make sure you read it. QR code. Kayaktri's other piece here. What do you think, Richard?
What I like about this is a few years ago, I had an idea. In London, there's often cloudy days when there's not much wind and obviously no sun because it'll be at night time. And those are the times when you need nuclear as your base load. Now, that would be a great demonstration of why you need nuclear. Every night when there's no wind, you'd shine the beam into the sky with an atom icon. And the world that London would be reminded, we need nuclear for times like these. And here it is in art form.
Great children's book. Again, it's almost reminds me of The Wizard of Oz in a way, where you're going kind of from the gray monotone, gray tones to a colorful world, powered by clean energy. There, we need more children's books for nuclear. I think that's one of our takeaways coming out of this. Now we know all these talented artists. We gotta get more children's books out there that tell the story.
Next up is my submission, albeit it's under a pseudonym of Franz Strauss. Franz Strauss was a German politician who is instrumental for the push for nuclear energy in Germany. And originally I made this a few months prior for a Germany Restart conference that we hosted. And we wanted art that spoke to Germany and gave them this new way of thinking about the reactors in their country. And originally, if you look online, Volkswagen adverts from the 1960s, the height of hot time, there Volkswagen was trying to sell cars to America unsuccessfully. And they wanted America to rethink their cars. And in America, usually they buy big cars. So why would they want to buy a small car? And if they come out with their Think Small campaign, like wanted a similar angle for nuclear. So here we show Brockdorf nuclear power plant from a mile away. It's small in a sea of greyness, and made sure that Brockdorf is all color is removed. It's bright, it's white, it's clean. I contrast the air around. The air of Germany is hazy. It's got the air pollution from the coal power plants. Similarly, here it's a sharp image. It's clear, whereas elsewhere there's that fog of war. The confusion. What do you do with an energy transition? Well, here is that clear signal in the noise for what to go for.
I thought your write up here was quite good as well. It really speaks to the person that's reading it, right? It says things like many plants are as young as you, and Brockdorf was 36 at the prime of its life. That's basically I'm 37, so there you go. It's speaking to me. And having some good facts of common misconceptions people have about nuclear, like the water vapor coming down the top. It's not smoke. And even if you're French and you're getting 70% of your electricity from nuclear energy, odds are you don't know that it's water vapor coming out of those towers, not smoke. So good to get those in there, and I think that sort of emulates the ad as well, right?
In the future, I might think to be a bit more colourful. So next up, an unexpected wildlife haven. So again, we got a comic book view, and we're seeing, that sort of nature coming through with crocodiles living their life around a nuclear power plant.
I've actually toured this plant. It's extremely unique because rather than building cooling towers or using, we call it once-through cooling, it's basically just using the ocean as a heat sink, they have this open air radiator series of canals that has become a haven and wildlife refuge for an endangered crocodile. And this is anthropomorphizing that and kind of telling the story of how it's helped rehabilitate these crocodiles by providing them a safe place.
Nuclear and nature working together.
Exactly.
Stuff from Alina. It reminds me a lot of the one we saw on the other side from Ukraine. So this is Alina from Russia. Very colorful, very futuristic, very happy. And there's humans all around living their life. And I absolutely love this one, like I did the other colorful one. And we see a few of the barges where you have nuclear power plants, the space station, the Mars rover, which is powered by nuclear radiation.
Yeah. Space travel. What else we got? Remote exploration, I guess, maybe, and the poles. Many things. Of course, electricity. This is painting verification using some of those radio techniques for that. This looks like fusion, I suppose.
Bit of fusion.
Nuclear medicine.
Great pyramids and the scanning inside to understand what goes on.
Right.
In that great.
Yeah.
Builder.
Being able to look at these artifacts without destroying them is super important. There's so many different applications in this one. I see, GMOs and using nuclear techniques for plant modification as well. It's like everything you could possibly think of. Hydrogen's in here, certainly. There it is. Yeah.
Next up, flipping the fallout script. Nuclear fallout seen as negative. Here, we're flipping that story. Again, nature is shining through around the nuclear power plants.
Yeah, I love the details in this too. Is if you zoom in, you can read a real story. And here it says sustainably meet enormous energy demands. Humanity should rely on nuclear fission technology rather than fossil fuel. And each of these has a source cited. So it's bringing the receipts as well. Great. Another submission from the Philippines. By the way, that was our biggest country in terms of submissions and winners. The Philippines is really well represented. So if you're from the Philippines, nice work. You got to get the gold medal overall, country level.
What's also great for Philippines is public support. Of the countries that don't have any nuclear yet, Philippines is very high public support, and you can see that today for all the submissions being made.
Hopefully within our lifetimes, certainly. Yes. You need it. What do you think of this one?
I think human straight away. So,
Start of the comic strip, fusion, fission, making clear what the difference is. Many people don't know. Third up, fiction. Fiction is a world where net zero does not need nuclear.
Yeah.
Great play on words. That pop art, Roy Lichtenstein, dots coming through. It's fun. It's funny. It's human, relatable.
This one, another incredible detail. Was bad.
You've done great putting on a large canvas so that you can get up close and see all the detail. And it's talking about, the story is about how the artist met in Pakistan a visionary who was telling them about the history of mankind and how you start off hunting mammoths and then early settlements are formed. And as civilization grows, it gets closer and closer to the sun. We move towards this world, which is nuclear powered. I believe I saw wind turbines and solar farms on there. And, you get closer to the sun, pushing that expansive land current.
That's a space. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful work. This one, I think what we liked is just how the glow comes through out of the nucleus. The sense of power and energy. It's not that easy to depict with two-dimensional with just colors, and they did such a good job showing the phonetic power of the uranium nucleus. And another from Vasily
Prometheus Reborn, very futuristic, very cool. Star Wars-esque lightsaber, nuclear powered, out on the moon or somewhere distant from Earth.
It's reminiscent of some of the heroic Soviet Russia depictions of yeah. That's our final art piece. Our last panel is just a profile of our fantastic judges who have helped make these selections, which is quite difficult with 433 submissions. Thanks for coming along with us. Richard, thank you for your insights and thank you for your excellent submission. It's been fun talking through this, fun sharing it all with you. If you're not liked and subscribed, what are you doing? Get in there, keep following our work,
And in future years, hopefully there'll be more competitions and for people to get involved in.
I think so. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and we obviously still not enough nuclear art, more nuclear art. If you're an artist, make some nuclear art and send it to us. We'd love to profile it. We'd love to get it out there and future competitions. Maybe you can win a little cash as well.
And Eric, tell us more about the prizes, other than having our work on show in the IAEA. Is it possible for the artist to come visit?
Yeah. So as part of this contest, the top three finishers got respectively $3,000, $2,000, and $1,000 US. The 10 start selections below got a $100 gift card to the Generation Atomic store, some nuclear swag, and then within that one of the finalists is also invited to join us at this conference. And you're looking at him, Richard Hollington. Really looking forward to more nuclear art in the future. And I think that's it for now. Stay rad. Add us for peace out.
See ya.